Sonny's dumb. Certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out.
If you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television.
So, Sonny Hostin, you better watch what you say about somebody else, because your husband gonna be down there with Big Tony. Your husband, these people, the audacity. Her husband is being accused of something that's far more egregious than what they claim did.
As you may heard, I filed a few lawsuits, and I'm in the court now because they accuse me of doing stuff that I never did in my life, and they wrote lies, and I will not allow that. I will fight till the end because I don't want that they damage my reputation and my name.
Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She destroyed the rose garden. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want to have anything to do with him. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him. I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly. That's why I say allegedly.
So, I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
How does a top-rated daytime talk show end up on a collision course with a first lady in a court of law? That's the situation unfolding right now. Melania Trump has just filed a blockbuster $100 million defamation lawsuit against The View, generating ripples across television networks, the internet, and political spheres. Sonny Hostin, known for her candid takes on the show, finds herself directly in the line of fire. Is this unprecedented legal maneuver poised to derail her career?
Allegedly, he was cheating while Melania was pregnant.
That was all. That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge has ruled that won't come up.
We're on television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yes.
It's like people should look at him and say, you know, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not me.
And could it possibly reshape the way talk shows tackle polarizing issues? Stick around, because we're about to dissect every twist, every provocative allegation, and every potential fallout. This drama isn't just a single offhand conversation gone wrong. It's a pivotal moment that could define new boundaries for how far TV personalities can push it when dissecting public figures' lives. Whether you're interested in the private world of former first ladies, love daytime TV showdowns, or have a fascination with high-stakes legal battles, this is a saga you won't want to miss. It's no secret that tensions between Melania Trump and The View have been simmering for years. Back when Melania was in the White House, the show frequently aired spirited debates and fiery commentary about her. Some of it revolved around her decision to revamp the Rose Garden, while other discussions centered on rumors that she was not fond of holiday decorations.
Would be made that you would have to be sitting here defending him.
You never thought about that, but I'm not surprised in one way, because a lot of people, they're against my husband, and he's run for president. So nothing surprised me.
It's got to be hard, though. I mean, it's got to be a difficult thing.
In one way, it's hard because press, it's very dishonest, and it's a lot of lies that they've written also about me as my husband. And you need to defend yourself all the time.
You've probably caught wind of the jabs about her supposed reluctance to decorate for Christmas, or claims that she allegedly loathes the holiday altogether. Remarks that resonated with some viewers, but antagonized First Lady's more loyal supporters. Her marriage to Donald also becomes regular fodder on the program. Is she content in her relationship? Does she genuinely stand by him in the midst of his near-constant controversies? The media asks these questions on a loop, and The View's panel hasn't held back in offering pointed viewpoints. They've speculated on everything from her alleged desire to live away from him to her real thoughts on public duties. Some viewers brush these discussions aside as playful banter, while others deem them intrusive, disrespectful, or needlessly cruel. Now, what used to be on-camera commentary has escalated into a full-fledged legal dispute. Although Melania rarely responded publicly during Donald's tenure, she's decided to take a firm stand against these most recent remarks. If you've ever wondered how far a high-profile individual can push back in defense of their reputation, here's your chance to see it unfold in real time.
One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of way to get it down. The episode of you when you're on The View, when you were running for president.
Right.
As a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald.
Please, let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
We love it.
They're talking about you in such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
What exactly triggered Melania's dramatic and extremely costly legal response this time? According to insiders, a recent installment of The View introduced comments that leapt beyond surface-level quips about Christmas decor or the Rose Garden. Instead, the co-hosts delved into more intimate territory, suggesting that Melania despises her public role and also harbors deep resentment toward her husband.
I saw you on The View.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's been overwhelming my past couple days. So I just went in there, did my thing. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know who Sonny Hostin was. I actually still really don't know. So I wasn't expecting necessarily for her to kind of try to ambush me in that way and attack my character in that way.
Well, it is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rabies-infested henhouse.
One especially startling statement claimed that Melania barely tolerates Donald and actively avoids him, even in their own home. The panel joked about her alleged preference for sleeping in separate quarters and floated the idea that she might plan to keep her distance if he were to return to the White House. On the surface, these sound like typical tabloid rumors, but when broadcast on a platform as influential as The View, they wield considerable sway over the public's view of Melania. And that strikes at the core of her defamation lawsuit, the assertion that these allegations are not merely insulting or humiliating, but that they're demonstrably false and damaging enough to tarnish her reputation. Controversial chatter is hardly new for The View, but whether the show crossed from lively opinion sharing into the realm of defamation will be a matter for the courts to decide. One notable twist is how quickly Melania acted. Typically, public figures dismiss speculative TV talk as just that, perhaps issuing a rebuttal or waiting for the news cycle to move on. By contrast, Melania has taken decisive legal action, attaching a staggering $100 million price tag that underscores her commitment to sending a message and potentially deterring other would-be critics. The big question on everyone's mind, why demand such an astronomical sum? While it's not unusual for public figures to file defamation lawsuits, 9-digit claims are far from the norm. Some legal analysts suspect Melania is using this massive figure to highlight the severity of the alleged damage to her standing. Others believe it's a strategic publicity move, ensuring the story grabs attention rather than being overlooked. Regardless of the motive, the implications for The View, and particularly Sonny Hostin, are enormous. In the complaint, Melania's lawyers point to multiple segments where the show's co-hosts ostensibly went from referencing rumors.
Critics are going hard after a liberal media member for vile comments about Melania Trump. The First Lady appears to signal her support for reproductive rights in a video out yesterday.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And this take is pretty shocking.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
Wow. I mean, that is violent. They've got to stop talking like that about a president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just ignorant.
To presenting false statements as though they were factual. Defamation law requires proof that the statements are not just untrue, but also harmful, and that they were made negligently or with malicious intent. Her team plans to show that commentary about her personal attitudes and marriage, like the claim she hates Christmas, was framed in a manner that could easily be interpreted as fact, not just playful conjecture. Given Melania's relatively private persona, her lawyers might argue that the comments misrepresent her character and hamper her ability to pursue future projects, thereby harming her personal and public image. Key elements for proving defamation. This isn't about being offended, it's about demonstrating real damage to her social capital and potential endeavors. The lawsuit also lands at a delicate juncture for The View. The show's hallmark is its panel of opinionated hosts who don't shy away from contentious topics, but network executives are far less enthusiastic about defending themselves against a high-stakes defamation suit. Sonny Hostin, in particular, is coming under enhanced scrutiny. She's among the co-hosts who've been especially forthright about the...
Now you know who has been bragging all over the campaign trail about how he's the one that overturned Roe v. Wade, but apparently his wife has different thoughts on the reproductive rights after posting this video plugging her memoir. Take a look.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
frequently referencing rumors and dissecting the couple's relationship. Yet, if no settlement emerges, the trial could evolve into a media circus, complete with depositions from Sonny Hostin, fellow co-hosts, and perhaps ABC executives. Each new reveal could dominate the headlines, overshadowing The View's usual fare. And if Melania manages to secure a notable judgment, maybe not the full $100 million, but still a hefty sum, it could send a decisive message to other television personalities. Be extremely careful about your words when discussing major public figures. Such a victory might prompt networks to impose stricter guidelines and more rigorous fact-checking for talk show segments. Producers might force co-hosts to frequently punctuate their opinions with words like allegedly or speculatively. Conversely, the hosts themselves might opt for less inflammatory language, fearing that one reckless remark could trigger another crippling lawsuit. On the flip side, if The View effectively defends itself, the lawsuit might affirm that talk shows have broad freedom to engage with rumors and provide strong critiques of public figures. While advocates of open discourse might see that as a triumph for free speech, others worry it might reinforce a cultural norm in which rumors and personal digs are fair game for entertainment. All of this leaves us with one pressing question. Does this $100 million legal battle mean the end of Sonny Hostin's time on The View? There's no definitive answer at this stage, and the drama continues to evolve. But one thing stands out. Daytime television, and indeed all forms of talk show commentary, may well be changed by this high-stakes confrontation. If Melania emerges victorious, other prominent individuals, from politicians to celebrities, may feel bolder about filing lawsuits if they believe a show crosses the line. If The View prevails, talk show hosts might become even more assertive in their viewpoints, less worried about reprisal through litigation. Either way, we're seeing a transformative moment in the ongoing interaction between prominent personalities, media pundits, and the limits of free expression. Should talk shows have the liberty to delve into private matters, or do they have an ethical duty to tread carefully when they're dissecting someone's personal life? Is Melania rightfully defending her image, or is she endangering the principle of frank, unfiltered discussion? We'd love to hear your perspective. Are you siding with Melania, applauding her willingness to push back? Or do you think The View should hold its ground, defending its right to voice bold opinions without censorship? Sound off in the comments, and if you want continuous updates, because this saga promises to keep evolving, hit that subscribe button. We'll stay on top of every new filing, every response from Sonny Hostin, and every statement from The View's supporters. Fasten your seatbelts because this dispute is picking up steam. Thanks for tuning in, stay inquisitive, and we'll see you next time for the next big headline in this intensifying legal drama. Remember, when you're talking about a 9-figure lawsuit, all bets are off.